We're scheduled for about the time when she actually ended up being born, so we had to cancel or postpone. It's been a few months now. I should have already went ahead and had the shower, but things happen, life happens. So we're doing it this weekend. So the baby's already here, but we still wanted to go ahead and do the shower. So I'm getting ready for that today. I'm in the parking lot at Walmart. I'm gonna go in and get a couple things that I need for cleaning today. Got a list here. I want some baking soda to pour on one of my carpets, and then also carpet refresher to sprinkle that has like a perfume to it. A couple of plugins for the walls, some cat litter. I need 2 cat litter boxes this time. You know, I'll fill them up, scoop for a while, and just replenish a little bit, but it's time to dump it fully out and start over. It has come time for that. So every few weeks, that's what I do. Typically I'll buy 1 cat litter a week and just scoop out, replenish a little bit throughout the week, but it's time to dump and start over. So I've got mop liquid, but last time I think I bought Pine Sol or Pine Glow actually, and I don't like it. It's just the smell, I don't like it. So I know I like Mr. Clean, so I'm going to get some Mr. Clean mop liquid. I need some more Comet to scrub the tubs, and I have a few essential oil plugins. They work okay, and I like that they're not so powerful, but I also feel like I can't smell them sometimes. So I might just be used to them, but anyway, I'm going to get some refills for those and get a couple of plugins for a couple different rooms. So have them like spread across the house a little bit, but I don't want all of them to be super fragrant, and I want them to all kind of smell similar. I don't want you going from room to room smelling different smells all through the house. So that's what I'm looking for now. I'm gonna run in here and get that stuff, head home, and then I'm gonna take you guys around as I get the house clean. I'm focusing on our main floor, hoping to get done before lunchtime. So the house is not destroyed or anything. I just want to do some things that I don't always maybe do on just a regular week. So just a little extra cleaning that, you know, I might not typically do all the time. But I'm going to put a timer on. I'm going to start with just 1 hour, see how far I can get. I don't think I'm going to get done in an hour, just knowing that I've got 2 bathrooms that have tubs in them. No one's been using the pink bathroom shower, and if you've seen my videos before, you've seen this pink bathroom, but it's got pink tile and black tile. I repainted it recently, so the walls are no longer like the blue gray that they had put in. It's white now, so it's a little better, but still don't love that bathroom. But anyway, no one's been showering there, so I don't know if I really need to clean that tub, but I know I need to do mine, and that in itself just takes a little bit. So anyway, I'm going to start with an hour timer, see how far that gets me, then set it for another maybe 30 minutes. I'm not doing the kids' rooms. When they get home from school today, I'm going to send them to go tackle their rooms, but I am going to dust everywhere, wipe down furniture, or, you know, put things back that I've just been like letting sit. You know, everybody's got like a counter in their kitchen where they just kind of throw stuff. Get all those type things put away. You know, vacuum everywhere and mop everywhere. So, and then my room needs to be straightened up. So, got a good bit of stuff to do, but the house isn't destroyed, so don't expect it to take forever, but also an hour is pretty short, so we'll see how much I can get done. But I'm gonna run in here and get this stuff, head home, and then we'll get started. All right, and I got home from Walmart, got everything I needed. This is what I call my front room. It's a playroom, it's a video game room, it's kind of where my kids hang out if they want to watch something other than what we're watching in the living room. But I just poured baking soda on the carpet, but then I also did like a fabric refresher thing. And I'm going to leave this for like till I finish cleaning pretty much everything else. This will be the last thing I come back and vacuum. And then I'll mop after that. So I'm going to leave it for several, spoiler alert, it takes me longer than an hour to do this. I was pretty funny. And you'll see me come on camera in a little while and talk about it. But pretty funny thinking I could do this in an hour. So you'll see how long it takes me. I have this sped up. Otherwise, it'd be like a multi-hour cleaning. But then this is the other side of that room, so it's a little bit of a strange layout, but this is kind of our more formal, but I wouldn't still call it formal, dining area. We sit here when, if we're inviting like extra people over that don't live in our household, we'll sit here. So lately we've been inviting our son and daughter-in-law who don't live, and then their daughter who don't live in the house with us. And so when they come, we'll sit here and eat. So it's good for us. We've got a big family having that big table. And then this is my little church pew. I love it. It sits right here in front of this window, but just wanted to dust it off and kind of wipe it down. I don't do that often, just because, it's doesn't get that dirty. It's kind of out of the way and people don't sit on it much. So, but I like it here in this space. And then I always decorate it with a blanket and some pillows. Oh, this mantle, it needs some work other than just a good dusting. I don't know what I want on here. So this is what it looks like right now. I had it decorated prettier when we first moved in, and I need to go back and look at what I had out. I know I had some things with color in them, and then when I started going more neutral, I took some of those things off of there because it was like a red vase, and maybe a couple other things with some color. I took them down because I didn't want the color anymore, but it was actually, cute when we moved in. And here our dog's gonna sit or lay. But I'm just getting all these chairs vacuumed. Again, this is something I don't do that often. They don't get that dirty. We don't sit here every day or anything. But just for this occasion, wanted them to be nice and clean. I recovered these chairs, and I did it with a kind of cheaper material, so they're starting to get kind of like where you can pick the fabric. So I really need to redo these, get a better fabric, and pull this off and redo it again. But for now, it's fine. And then as I was doing that, I pulled the chairs out so that I could vacuum under this table, because I vacuum around the edge of this rug all the time, because our dog does sit here a lot, so she gets a lot of hair on here, or fur, I guess. But I don't always pull out all the chairs and get underneath, because once again, this isn't like a heavy traffic area in our house, but just in case there was something under there that, shouldn't be, I wanted to get it cleaned up. And then when we moved rooms around to make room for the baby, if you've watched any recent videos, I've talked about that. We gave a room to the baby, and then a room that our son and his girlfriend are in right now. But my son Griffin gave up his kind of bigger room where he was able to have this Lego desk. So now he has his Lego desk in this front room for now. So that's why that is there, but that is okay. He keeps it pretty nice and neat. All right, now I'm just gonna start getting things put away in the kitchen. I had straightened it up the night before, like I typically do, but just wanted to get a few of the things that, maybe I wasn't worried about having sitting on the counter. Now I don't want them there because we're having company. So just getting the counters cleared off a bit more than I, would on a typical evening, and getting this room cleaned up. I do wipe down the cabinets a bit because there was a few, little fingerprints and whatnot. But I wouldn't say I did like a deep clean. I clean my kitchen so much that hopefully it never gets too bad. Definitely could use, me pulling all the dishes out and just wiping down the insides of the cupboards sometime soon, but didn't need to take the time to do that on this day. So just getting all that nice and organized so that it would look a little bit cleaner and nicer when people come in. But you just saw me empty out Pop-Tarts out of their original packaging and put them in a container, a little snack bin that I keep. But then later I realized Pop-Tarts don't say what flavor they are on the little pouches. So everyone keeps asking me, Mom, how do I know what flavor I'm getting? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, you don't. I don't buy Pop-Tarts a lot. And these were actually given to us by somebody else. I had bought some too, actually, this particular week, which was funny because I don't usually buy them. And then someone else also bought us several more boxes. But yeah, don't unpackage your Pop-Tarts from their original boxes, because then you won't know what you're about to eat. And here's the floor. So our new dog Nala, she sheds for one, and then while she's eating, like, food just falls out of her mouth. So there's always some kibble on the floor. But got the kitchen all swept, and then I don't usually spray this shelf. I just dust it with, dry dust it with that duster. It doesn't get too bad. So that's what I'm doing here, and then just moving. I meant to get my kids to clean out those little containers because they're things that I find around that are theirs. And they're supposed to be like one for every kid, but I just started throwing stuff in there the other day because I didn't know what was whose. So anyway, I meant to get them to clean those out before the shower, but I didn't. So they look just like that at the shower. I doubt anyone cares but me. But I just like them to kind of get the stuff out of there and take it to their rooms occasionally when it gets full. So, but now getting this carpet clean, and if you are new and didn't see it, I pressure washed this carpet a few videos ago, so go check that out. That's gotten more views than any any video I've ever made. So that must be a pretty popular topic. Not a ton of views, like, going viral or anything, but you should go check it out. It's kind of fun to watch, the pressure washing process. And then I also have a video of me pressure washing the deck as well. So 2 pressure washing videos out there. But getting behind here, because there always tends to be crumbs or dog hair or cat hair or whatever behind this. And then also later I'm gonna mop, so I want it to be out of the way for that. All right, this is not something I typically do on a normal schedule. So but I wanted to get this cleaned out. It had been kind of bugging me. Obviously we haven't had a fire in our fireplace in months because it's summertime. So this has been there for a while. It wasn't a ton of ashes because we would clean it out some during the winter when we were using it, but there was some left in there. So it just felt nice to get this out. It's not something I look at a lot, but occasionally I'll see it and I'm like, oh, I really need to take care of that. But then it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. It's behind this screen, which you can see through it, but it just kind of hides it from view a little bit. So got that cleaned out, and then I'm not going to vacuum like the whole inside of there, but just the brick area right on the hearth in the front I do vacuum, and then this screen. And then I'll show you a view here so you can see there's just like dust and dog hair on this screen, but it works really well just to run the vacuum over it like that. It was all over it. I mean, I really had not noticed it until this day when I got over there and started working. So glad to get it cleaned out. I've been looking at it since then and just like, oh, it looks so much better. Like, didn't even realize how bad it looked. Not that it was terrible, but just wasn't something I was thinking about. But it definitely needed a cleaning, and it does look a lot better in person than it did. Then this table is where I set up a homework and studying table for my kids, because just to be honest, we don't sit together and eat dinner together every night. So this table did not get used a whole lot, and a lot of times there's too many of us. So if we do sit down together, we go to the big table in the front room. So this just wasn't getting used, but now that I made it like a study table, my son definitely every school day sits there, and I help him with his homework and stuff. And then my vacuum does have a hard floor setting, so I do love doing that instead of sweeping everything. It's so much better to me just to be able to run over it with the vacuum. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I don't always pull the chairs out, but on this day I'm trying to do a little extra, a little better than normal. So usually I just kind of try to work my way around there, like under the chairs and stuff, and I get most of it, but nice to just get them out of the way and get them cleaned up. And then just like I did the chairs in the front room, I'm just giving the seats a quick vacuum. My cats do sit on these chairs sometimes, so they do get a little dirty. They weren't terrible this day though. And then here's my office area. So for the shower, I did move all of like the homework stuff that was on that table over to my office area to get it out of the way, because I did end up putting a cute little tablecloth over there that matched our shower decorations. So wanted that out of the way so people could sit. I don't think anyone sat there at the shower though. All right, and then Nala had 2 stuffed animals. I've now told my husband we don't need to get her any more stuffed animals with stuffing in them. That was the plate. I should have stopped that for longer, but it said, "Oh dear, she's here," because the baby's already here. So I thought that was cute. So that was kind of the theme of the shower, was "Oh dear, she's here." So things had deer. It was like deer and little pink flowers and green leaves on the decoration. So it was cute. But just getting the floors clean in here. Also need to make up my bed. This room was, worse than normal, but not as bad as a few videos ago, I don't think. If you watched my master bedroom clean with me, it was a wreck that day. So I don't think it was quite that bad, but worse than I like it to get. But look, so quick. I did speed it up a little bit, but still, it didn't take long. It just takes a few minutes. We just have to do that. But this entire cleaning, it took me all day. I was just getting done mopping when it was time to go get my girls from school. So it took me all day. And at the beginning, I said, "Oh, I'm going to put a timer on for an hour, see if I can get done." I don't know what I was thinking. All right, now I want to put some of this on that carpet, but if you just saw, there was like a spot in that corner. So after I vacuumed, I did take the cleaner and spray that spot and got that spot up. So I don't show it on video, but I did clean that. And then I just had a few things I needed to put up in this closet, and also this little cubby thing in the hallway was a bit dirty. I don't wipe it out super often, so got that wiped out. It just was dusty. got it wiped out, and then got this stuff put up in my closet that needed to be put away, and then got the hallway vacuumed as well. So I have a small closet. This is my closet, and it only will fit my stuff, and that's why my husband has his hanging on the hangers, that little clothes rack in our room. But that's okay. Eventually we'll have more space for our stuff, but for now we, just do with what we got, and it works. So these carpets do get a lot of dog hair. She likes to sit in this hallway too. So it does get a good bit of dog hair on it, but this vacuum's really good about pulling it up. So as long as I keep on it with the vacuum, if I do it twice a week, it looks a lot better. I think it had been almost a whole week since I had vacuumed at this point, so I was kind of going over it a little more, maybe in some spots than normal. Also getting up that powder off of this floor. So I was really funny with that 1 hour thing. It has been an hour to 3 hours and 25 minutes, I believe, since I started. Yeah, doing these extra things that I don't normally do. I obviously don't clean out the fireplace. It still had ashes in it from winter, and it is August. So yeah, things like that I don't typically do. They don't bother me. Like, it doesn't concern me. No one's touching it. Like, it's not something that's dirty that people are going to touch and get germs on them or whatever. So I don't know. It's taken a while, but that's okay. I still have not done either of the bathrooms up here yet. So I'm about to do that. And then I will be pretty much done except for mopping. And I'm going to mop everything all at once. Cat trying to get my attention. I'm going to start in the kitchen mopping, and then I'll mop everything else, like the living room, dining room, all that. And then last, I'll do the bathroom. So that's how I mop. Some people say you need to, like, dump the water every room, but the kind I got was disinfectant. I'd said I was going to get Mr. Clean, but they didn't have the scent that I normally get. So I got like a Lysol type. So it is disinfectant. So I feel like as long as I do the bathrooms last, and then of course I wash the mop head in between. So just want to give a little update. It's going fine. I left the baking soda on that carpet this whole time because that room just has like a little odor in it. So I don't know if it's coming from the carpet, but I just want to leave that on there for a long time so that hopefully that'll be better. And I did put one of the plugins in there. So I will vacuum it last after I do everything else right before I mop. All right. I want to get back to it. All right. So we're in the master bathroom, which the door to this is not from our bedroom. It's from that hallway. So everyone wants to use my bathroom. I think the shower pressure is just better in my bathroom, so people want to shower in here. I did put a different shower head in that pink bathroom a while back, and it did make it better. Like, it's not terrible. It could be way worse. But they just want to come in my bathroom. So, whatever. Today I'm just using Clorox wipes on the vanity and inside of the sink. I sometimes will get out like Comet and a sponge and scrub the inside of the sink just to get it super scrubbed out. But typically this is enough to make it fine. Like, it looks totally fine when I'm done. Or as good as it can look. These are old sinks and they are old faucets. So it's not perfect, and that's okay. It is clean and disinfected, so that's what matters. And then You can't see real well. I probably should have given you a close-up of my tub, but as I've stated in some past videos before, when we had a ton of bottles that were empty or almost empty that I went through, so got rid of some of them at least. But anyway, my son works at a tire shop, and you can kind of tell right here, he likes to take a bath for whatever reason, and I fuss all the time. But so yeah, he leaves a black ring around my tub. So most of the time when I'm cleaning, if I'm just doing a quick clean of the tub, I go a little, like maybe halfway up the shower wall, but I don't do the whole thing. And then there's times, maybe twice a year, that I will actually take a toothbrush and go into every single one of those grout lines and move, you know, the shower caddies and that shelf and stuff and get behind there. But on a typical week, I'm getting the areas that the water hits most, that I can tell are visibly dirty, and making sure those get cleaned off. So in general, this is how I do it. I don't, you know, worry about every single square inch. I'm just getting the areas that I can see need scrubbing. And then even though I spray like a tub and shower cleaner, and it kind of starts to get rid of that black ring, I feel like I always have to go in with Comet. It's just more abrasive. It just gets the dirt off better. So I did that, and then I also have like a little mat in the bottom of the tub that's supposed to keep you from slipping. So I also scrubbed it with that little scrubber, and then I filled up the tub a little bit and sprayed a little bit of bleach cleaner in the bottom. So let it soak in that bleach water for a bit. That's how I usually do this. So that's what I'm doing there, is just letting it fill up a little bit for a minute. Then I'm going to tackle this toilet. I definitely you won't ever see me do close-ups on the toilet, because I think that's kind of gross, but I'll show it this far away. And then, you know, it wasn't terrible. You know, I typically clean it once a week. Some weeks are worse than others, but that's okay. And then I'm basically done in here, except that I need to sweep, and I think I'll do that in just a moment. Nope, I didn't show you me sweeping, but I promise I swept that bathroom. And then I moved to this one. I had taken down the shower curtain. It's a gray one. It just was starting to look a little dirty, like some handprints on it or something, or things that splashed on it, I'm not sure. So putting this white one, it was already clean, in the closet up there. It's my son's tablet. I get that out of the way and take it to his room and move that light fixture that my husband needs to put up for me. It's been sitting there for weeks. But that's okay. It'll get done eventually. He always tells me, you don't need to remind me every 6 months. I'm going to get to it. So, and I did not show the toilet. It looked kind of gross. And then I didn't show sweeping, but I did sweep. Then I don't think I got video of me doing all the mopping. Here in just a minute, you'll see some of it. But like I said, it was getting close to time to pick my girls up, so I just kind of like rushed through the rest of the house. But the entire top floor, aside from bedrooms that are not mine, so my bedroom did get mopped, and then everything else got mopped. And I only show, I think, the kitchen and then like the area where my desk and that homework table are. So went over this really good, because I did have all that baking soda and carpet refresher in it, but it came out pretty good, and it smelled a lot better in this room. So got that finished up. And now on to mopping. So we're getting close to the end of the video here. Let me know if you like me speeding up and you seeing most of what happened, or if you would prefer that I keep it regular speed and just show a little bit of each thing. I kind of like the quick, the sped up, because it just looks like, oh, you're getting so much done so fast. It's deceptive, though. This took all day. But anyways, we're at the end here. Thank you for stopping by. See you next time.